So let's say we had a 2x2 grid, and we started at this point, and we want to get to the top right point. We wanted to know how many ways there are to do so. So basically, to do this, we would again use our kind of like our recursion method, right? To get to this point, we know there's exactly one way, right? You can only move right. So there's exactly one way to get there. Similarly, there's exactly one way to get here, right? Just by moving right 2 times. And by similar like logic, there is exactly one way to get here, exactly one way to get here. And for this point here, we know that we can take one way and move to the right, or we can take this point here and move up. So we do 1 + 1, and we get 2. And for this point, we know that we could either come from this point and move right, or we can come from this point and move up. So we do 1 + 2 is 3. And similarly for this point, we would do 2 + 1, 3. And for this point, we would do 3 + 3, we get 6. So that was like a very simple example on how you would do that problem. So that means there are 6 ways to get from the point 0, 0 to the point 2, 2. And that's how you would basically use recursion. And I should probably also mention like one quick thing, which is like not all questions will be limited to like moving right and moving up. Like sometimes a question, like they might try to like make the question a little different. Maybe they say a person can only move, left and down or something. But just know like the idea is exactly the same. Like it's just switching the directions, but the overall method is still the same. And another reason why, like in case if this was a question, another reason why we can only move like right and up, like why can't we move down, for example? Well, because if we could move down, then like, for example, in the 2x2 grid we just had, then we would have like infinitely many possible ways, right? I could like go right, up, right, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. I can go up, down, like infinitely many times. So clearly that's not what we want. So that's why we had to restrict our paths to moving only right and moving only up.